Well, hi everybody and welcome to Sporty-Clips. Today I'd like to share with you my top 10 list of ways I've been capturing the thrill of youth sports. From drones to phones, mirrorless and 360 cameras, green screens and strobes, I'll walk you through which ones I love best. So let's capture it. Well, hi folks, my name is Chris, and as we approach 1 year of sharing my post-retirement journey of capturing special moments in youth sports with you here on YouTube, I wanted to reflect a little bit on which methods were the most effective and brought me the most joy. Each has its merits, but one stands above the rest, so stay tuned, and without further ado, here's my top 10. Number 10 at the bottom of this elite list, handheld smartphone. Yes, the old standby. Rarely will you find anyone without the trusty Android or iPhone these days. It wakes you up, reminds you which groceries to get, plays music, searches the internet, and of course takes pictures and video. While the game is going on or after the win, grabbing a shot of the team celebrating, this staple, trusty smart device is always there to capture and store the memories. The quality of photo, video, and audio on these things is quite amazing considering its compact size. While it certainly isn't my favorite here in the list, I couldn't round up a top 10 without including it within. Coming in at number 9, mic'd up players. Many of us have watched sports videos where one of our heroes or even one of the youth are providing their own commentary during the game. It makes us feel like we're right there standing next to them, gaining insight into their mind, learning what pitch they expect next, or maybe what they ate for breakfast. I've tried this a couple times and gotten a pretty good laugh at what some of the boys come up with to share with the audience. My go-to for this is the Rode Wireless Pro. The audio is stored right here on the transmitter, and then I'll take that and transfer it over to an audio track for highlight videos during post-production. But even using timecode where the audio and video are automatically synced up for you as you edit your video, lining everything up and choosing which portions to include in your video is frankly exhausting. So while this method of capturing the thrill isn't at the very bottom of my list, I'll probably save it for only very special occasions or requests. Next up at number 8 is drones. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this one. I love the sheer awesomeness of the idea of live streaming, capturing highlight videos, and even taking amazing pictures from the sky. It's almost too fantastic of an idea for one of us ground breathers to enjoy, but unfortunately I've come to understand why we almost never see them, and ultimately I had to concede to the downsides, which somehow managed to overshadow everything else that could make drone video great. The FAA regulates the airspace all around us, and unless you've earned and paid for your Part 107 remote pilot license, coordinated pre-game agreements with the landowner, both coaches, and virtually everybody in attendance, and you've either managed to avoid flying over anyone or found an airworthy Category 1 drone. Actively broadcasting its remote ID, by the way, drone flight is going to cause more headaches than it's worth, in my opinion. But after all that negative commentary, if you're still interested in learning more about how to live stream your drone footage through Game Changer or YouTube, be sure to check out my 360 video walking you through a fairly simple process, and it's quite effective. Bye-bye drone. Starting to climb the ranks now at number 7 is 4K mirrorless camera video. For anyone that's ever spent more time looking for the cameraman at the ballpark than watching the game, this might be for you. Mount this video camera on a fluid head, stick it on a tripod, attach a monitor with wireless transmitter, and boom goes the dynamite. This works great for both live streaming and post-production highlight video. Instead of resorting to just your iPhone or game stream camera of choice, looking all sad, lonely, and bored up there on the fence, you are handling a pro-looking camera, zooming in and out, panning left and right, and listening in to the dynamic, fast-paced action on the court. Be sure to check out my video on live streaming with a Ninja to learn more. Now, with such a sweet setup, why at number 7, you ask? Well, mostly because the next 6 methods are even better, but also because setting this up takes time, and this gear is more expensive than anything else on the list. Also, unless you're in the outfield able to peek over the fence, that pesky metal mesh fencing simply makes taking this type of dynamic video a little less appealing than some of the other options out there. Number 6 is 360 immersive video. I remember the first time I tried on a pair of virtual reality goggles, and when I moved my head, the whole world moved with it. The very first 360 video I watched was a freestyle mountain climber scaling a cliff. Being able to look all around from that vantage point was at once exhilarating and terrifying. You don't even need a VR headset to enjoy immersive videos. You can watch on your smartphone and adjust the view simply by tilting your screen, but the most shocking part for me was realizing 360 cameras in immersive video have been around for over 10 years. Well, why hadn't this caught on? More importantly for me, how could I incorporate this type of video as I capture the thrill of youth sports? Since investing in this Insta360, I've started experimenting with its usefulness. Be sure to check out my 360 videos on flying drones for live streaming and my very first outdoor sports portrait photo shoot to check it out. It just so happens one of my favorite parts about the immersive video is that it's so easy to edit because you'll always be showing the entire 360 view. You don't have to bother yourself too much with fancy cuts, lighting, focusing the image, or pointing the camera in a particular direction. It's almost as if your audience is simply standing right there with you. And while the 360 vids may climb my top 10 list a notch or two as I get more used to it, I have a feeling it will likely stay in the middle of the pack, at least until VR glasses become commonplace or holographic microchip implants become mandatory. Well, we're over the hill, but not yet out of time, so let's take a look at number 5, action shots. I have really enjoyed this Canon R1, especially with this 70 to 200 millimeter lens. Zoom in to fill the frame, open the aperture to let in the light, set the shutter speed to capture everything in focus, switch to high speed continuous, and pray you'll get the best shot. The best part about this is you can carry it with you to peek through the fence if there is one, and action shots can be taken from so many angles. You can capture just about anything on the field, on the court, or even in the gym. Parents and athletes love these, and they're fairly easy to edit and share. Another thing I love about using mirrorless cameras is that even though the concept of point and shoot is simple, the learning curve is steep and never ending. While getting the absolute best quality images requires expensive gear, it's a joy and a treat to learn the process and practice, practice, practice. At number 4 is, drumroll please, green screen composites. I can't reminisce about the origins of Sporty-Clips without finding a video I made with my kids in front of this green screen. These silly experiments introduced me to taking photos and video, the elementary use of lighting, and dipping my feet into the world of video editing. Individual and composite team pictures overlaid on a creative background with graphics on top have become not just my roots, but also a staple of Sporty-Clips. 10 by 30 team posters and 5 by 7 individual portraits make great gifts for coaches, players, and families. Check out my short little clip on having fun with the green screens to see just how much fun it's been. Just don't ask about dealing with green light that spills onto the talent because that's a sore subject. We're in the clouds way up top at number 3 of 10, game live streaming. Maybe it's the altruistic nature of providing the game stream to friends and family in far off places. Maybe it's the challenge of integrating multiple cameras through a tiny little travel router into our beloved Mevo multicam app. Maybe it's a personal battle of will to successfully stream a complete game at 1080p without a single pause, freeze, or drop. For me, it's all of those things and being able to use the video later for, spoiler alert, highlight videos. I enjoy game streaming so much, I made a special little video about multicam for you. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. Aside from the inherent community feel, a unique standout feature that belongs to game streaming alone is that you are simultaneously capturing the entire game. When a huge highlight happens, any video is better than none at all. And game streaming is the way to go. If you are a fellow volunteer game streamer for your team, I salute you. Okay, zooming up to the number 2 spot is my brand new best friend, sports portraits with off-camera flash. I was asked a couple weeks ago to host a media day by a local high school women's varsity volleyball coach. Now, I had heard this term before, but hadn't looked too much into it. And I was mentally prepared to show up with a camera, a couple video lights, and a green screen. But upon further reflection, I began to suspect the girls might be expecting something a little more exciting. So I did some research on YouTube University, ran off to my favorite camera store and purchased 2 Godox 400-watt strobe lights, ran a quick rehearsal with my daughter, literally the day before the shoot. The coach greeted me outside the gym the next morning. I set up my new strobes. The girls started showing up and we began taking pictures. They were all such good sports, and my daughter even came to help me out. We started with team shots, then did groups, green screens, even flew a drone very carefully, and finished up with the fog machine and blue gels. Everyone did so well, had a ton of fun. I think the pictures turned out pretty well for my very first time using off-camera flash. Since then, I've taken every opportunity possible to try other sports, including golf, football, baseball, and even at the gym. And this works both in and out of doors. Believe me, wind is not my friend anymore. Now, even though this type of photography feels much more produced and deliberate than true in-game action shots, you have control of the framing, the pose, the colors, and the light, and the results can be really amazing. I'd like to give a shout out to all the YouTubers out there who took the time to create how-to videos so I could join in and start enjoying this type of portrait work. If you're still with me, congratulations. You get to hear my #1 all-time favorite method of capturing the thrill of youth sports. In 2 words, highlight videos. Now, this is kind of cheating because it can incorporate every single other method we've already talked about in this video. From live stream video to drone footage, still pictures, composites from the green screen sessions, mic'd up audio, 8K video from the mirrorless or 360 cameras. Add some music and it's endless options and fertile ground for creative minds wanting to showcase the highlights. My most popular video to date is one I made just for fun on a whim of our son Alex hitting a home run during his very last at-bat as an official member of his 11U travel baseball team. My wife reminded me Alex hit an in-the-park homer during his first official at-bat, so I went back in time and found that video on Game Changer. So I told the story using recent 4K video I took on my Canon R1, old Game Changer footage, add a little music and a picture of the boys together after the tournament ended, and there it was. Now, highlight videos compress the best events into an exciting, dramatic, maybe even emotional story you can share and enjoy for a lifetime. Well, this, my friends, is my top 10 methods of capturing the thrill of youth sports. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for more updates on my journey here on YouTube and also Facebook and Instagram, and please keep me posted on your adventures by sharing a comment. I'd sure love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, everybody.